Imagine this. After months of traveling inside a cramped, cold metal box, you finally reach Mars. The hatch creaks open. Before you lies a vast crimson wasteland. The wind swirls the dust, and the sky isn't the deep blue you're used to. It's a pale, eerie pink. You take a step onto the red soil, but there's a catch. You aren't wearing a spacesuit. The countdown begins. Within seconds, the air is literally sucked out of your lungs. You can't breathe. The nitrogen in your blood starts to bubble, and your body begins to swell. No, you won't explode, but you'll black out in just 15 seconds. Then, the brutal cold hits. A soul-crushing silence at an average of -80 degrees Fahrenheit. Your unprotected skin turns rock solid in moments as the water in your cells crystallizes, ripping through your tissues from the inside out. But the real killing blow comes from above. Invisible storms of high-energy radiation bombard your body like a hail of bullets. In an instant, your DNA strands shatter like glass. Your genetic blueprint is irreversibly erased. The survival time for an unprotected human on Mars, just 120 seconds. Could you really survive even a single day here? And more importantly, how on Mars could we actually pull it off? Today, we're looking at why living on Mars is so incredibly difficult and the mind-blowing solutions scientists are cooking up to make it a reality. If you're ready, let's dive into the depths of the red planet. There are 3 massive hurdles that make surviving on Mars almost impossible. First, the air. Mars's atmosphere is nothing like what we have on Earth. Here, we breathe nitrogen and oxygen. On Mars, 95% of the atmosphere is pure carbon dioxide. Trying to breathe on Mars is basically like trying to inhale the exhaust fumes from a car. Plus, the pressure is only 1% of Earth's. Without a suit, your lungs can't take in oxygen and your blood simply stops circulating. Second, the extreme cold. Mars is a frozen desert. The average temperature is around -80 degrees. At night, it can plummet to -150. To give you some perspective, the coldest temperature ever recorded in Antarctica was -128. Some nights on Mars are literally colder than the coldest places on Earth. Your muscles would freeze, your nervous system would shut down, and your organs would fail almost instantly. Third, and perhaps the most dangerous, radiation. On Earth, we have 2 shields, a thick atmosphere and a powerful magnetic field. They block most of the high-energy particles from space. Mars has neither. Living on the surface would be like getting a continuous X-ray every single day. Over time, this shreds your DNA and sends cancer risks through the roof. So, with all these dangers, why are we still so obsessed with going? Because scientists aren't giving up. The key to surviving Mars isn't on the surface, it's deep underground. Survival comes down to 3 things: protection, tech, and resources. Solution 1, radiation shielding. Future cities will be built underground. Massive hollow lava tubes formed by ancient volcanic eruptions will serve as natural fortresses, shielding us from the deadly sky. Solution 2, oxygen production. Have you heard of NASA's MOXIE device? That little box successfully turned Mars's toxic air into breathable oxygen. In the future, massive MOXIE factories will provide the breath of life to these underground colonies. Solution 3, water and energy. No water, no life. Luckily, Mars isn't totally dry. Scientists believe there are massive ice deposits trapped underground. We could melt this ice for drinking water or use electrolysis to split it into oxygen and hydrogen, which, by the way, makes excellent rocket fuel. Imagine the first generation of humans born there. They'll work, they'll play, they'll grow their own food. But everything, every single second will depend on technology. Children will run through these tunnels, jumping in the low gravity, watching the red sky through the safety of reinforced glass. Every step is an adventure. Every breath is a gift from engineering. A child born on Mars will be very different from us. Growing up in only 1/3 of Earth's gravity, their muscles will lengthen and their bones will be thin but surprisingly strong. While kids on Earth learn to walk, they'll learn to fly, hopping, gliding, and soaring through the air. They might easily grow to be over 7 feet tall. And their eyes. That's the most fascinating part. Looking up at a pale red sky every day, that will be their normal. They might never see a true blue sky. Maybe one day, if they visit Earth, they'll look up and think, this color is wrong. Their skin, their biology. Mutations will pile up generation after generation. This child won't just be a human living on Mars. They will be the first of a new species, a true Martian. Mars reminds us of one thing. Earth is the most habitable planet we know, and protecting it is everything. Here at Future Theory X, we've explored why living on Mars is hard, but not impossible. But what do you think? Should humanity settle on Mars, or should we focus on saving our own planet first? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. The next topic might be even darker and more mysterious. See you in the next one here at Future Theory X.